Hey everyone, today we're going to do this pretty and bright rainbow butterfly. I'm going to be using the Global Rainbow Cake in the color New Delhi. So I've just loaded up my half circle crinoline black sponge with all of the colors from the rainbow cake. You can see all of the colors except for the blue are matte colors. The blue is a metallic blue. So I'm just spritzing my sponge and I'm rubbing it across the cake, and then using that blue on the inner corner of the eye, I'm patting a wing shape up across the top of the eyebrow, and then I'll pinch my sponge and come below that and make a bottom wing. If you're doing a butterfly on a smaller child, I would recommend using a smaller petal-shaped sponge instead of this larger sponge. But don't worry, if you sponged in some spots where you didn't mean to, you can always go in with a baby wipe and just wipe away the excess areas that you don't want in your butterfly. It's no big deal, and Global wipes off so easily. Next, I'm going to use some Afterglow cosmetic glitter in my glitter poofer while the paint is still wet. And then I'll be using a custom one stroke with crinoline creamy rose and tag purple. I'm just loading up a 1/4 inch angled shader brush, and I'm going to use that for the outline of my butterfly. So I've got that darker color on the outer edge of my brush that's going to give our outline some dimension. I'm just going to start at the top of the wing and pull down a very thin line. Then I'll push the brush down and pull in and come up to the very tip of my brush. And I'll just keep repeating that over and over again. So push and wiggle and pull in a thin line. Push down, wiggle, and then skate on the tip of your brush and pull down a thin line. I'm just going to repeat that same exact process on the other side. So push down and pull in a very, very thin line toward that center focal point, which is the center of the bridge of my nose between my eyes. I tried my very best not to speed this portion of the tutorial up too much because I really wanted you to be able to see what I was doing here. So same thing with this one. I'm just going to skate in a very thin line on the tip of my brush, then push down, wiggle, pull in on that thin tip, push, wiggle, and pull in. And again, I'm focusing all of my lines toward that center point at the center of the bridge of my nose between my eyes. You can vary the colors for these outlines like this. Sometimes I'll use a dark purple, sometimes I'll use a dark blue. Whatever dark color you want to use always looks really good for the edges. And if you have a little extra time, you can always go in, and then I'm going to go about 1/2 inch up from those bottom lines that I made and just pull in some secondary lines using that same exact technique. Again, if you don't have time, you can just totally skip this step and it looks just as beautiful without it. And once you've got your wings all outlined, you can pretty much do the center of the butterfly's body however you want. This is the way that I found that works really quickly for me. So I just load up that same exact angle brush with some more of that darker purple color. I make a little tiny, like an oval shape at the top, and then 2 smaller lines, and then I just push and pull to the tip of my brush for a super fast butterfly body. So for the lips here, I went in with some of the colors from the rainbow cake originally. The Global colors don't blend that well like this. They're just a harder paint and they don't blend really well. So at the end, I just kind of went over all of that with just some of the magenta, and I think it looks better just plain magenta. Now I'm going to add some yellow dots as accents to the butterfly body. I'm just using some of that same Global yellow from the New Delhi cake. And I'm just going to go on the bottom and top edges of the wings and add in a series of dots. And then after I've done that, I'm going to come into the inner corners of the eyes and on the butterfly body and just add some accents. Again, put as few or as many dots as you want here. It's totally up to you how you want to design your butterfly. And that's pretty much it. That's the finished look. This is the way that I do my butterflies now. Kids really seem to like them, and I hope you like it too, and I hope you can use this design. Thanks for watching.